All right, guys, welcome back in here. We have a special podcast, a fantasy football podcast. And with every podcast, we start with a Bible verse. And today's Bible verse led us to the book of Psalms 31:24. So be strong and courageous, all you who put your hope in the Lord. Psalms 31:24. And before we start, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors. So Ferrer Epoxy Coatings. Call Mike Ferrer Epoxy Coatings 559-917-1020. And Guerrero's Pest Solutions. Call Domingo for all your pest needs. 559-517-1655. I want to thank you to our sponsors. And with that being said, I'm with
Cali.
Mario.
Tito.
All right, guys. Well, let's get it started, man. I mean, today's was more to be kind of like a chill podcast. We've been doing this fantasy football league for, I think this is year number 11, right, Mario?
Yes.
It's called Best of the Best. We have a lot of guys that are very knowledgeable in fantasy football. And obviously, it being fantasy football season, it's very popular amongst men and women. And we'll kind of just jump in it. The other day, we did a phone call. We were going to have a trade in the league between two gentlemen here on the podcast. And I'll kind of just throw it in. We're in a standard league, and we'll break that down between the different types of leagues, standard and PPR. But we're in a standard league, and there was a trade. I guess was it already a done deal, or how was it?
Yeah, it was an accepted trade.
So the way I took it as it wasn't.
Word was.
I don't know if it was an accepted trade.
Accepted.
I got a phone call. I got a phone call from somebody, aka Tito, and it was pretty much, hey, what do you think about this trade? So the trade basically was Rashee Rice and is his name Terry Algier? Tyler Algier. For Aaron Jones Sr. and Kyron Williams. So two RB1s, an RB2, and a wide receiver 1. Every manager is different. So like I tell people, in a standard league for sure, I definitely, me personally, not speaking on any other manager, I always believe in staying running back heavy in a standard league. So when I gave my opinion, I didn't want to look biased because obviously we've been friends for a long time. And like I tell people, and no offense, we're on the podcast, we have a little bit of fun. Every time Mario's in a trade, he's going to be winning the trade, more than likely.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want him to say, what did you say the other day? I love what you said. What did you say about when you come?
I said, when you come to my store, you're going to pay my prices.
That was funny.
Yeah, I love that.
And so obviously, your store, my store, two different pricing, right? I wanted when I brought in Gali for the 3-way conversation, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't being biased towards my friends here. And when I heard it, I was like, well, why don't you just go Kyron Williams for Rashee Rice straight up?
Yep.
Because in certain people's opinions, they say Kyron Williams has more value than Rashee Rice in a standard league, right? And we'll break that down right now, like I said, to the average person watching that doesn't really know about standard and PPR. But I mean, what would you say, Kali? I mean, kind of to that trade and kind of bring you in and Tito, pay attention.
Sorry, he's a Broncos fan.
It's not even the Bronco game.
Yeah.
I got Bronco defense.
Stop being all shy, boy.
I'm not doing too well.
It's a perfect example of what happens to men on Sundays.
Yeah.
That you got to lock out everything else. You're zoned in. Family time goes out the window.
Yeah, it's just football.
It's just football.
You know what's crazy? I was supposed to go to the store and get milk. And I'm here right now. That's crazy.
Well, you are my neighbor, so I wish your lady just pulls up right now and comes to get you. It wouldn't be.
Come by the ear.
We'll get that on the podcast. That'll be entertaining.
I'll be viral. What were you gonna say though, Cody?
For me, honestly, I'm more on your side, right? For Rice straight up with Williams. That's just me personally, right? But I comprehend this young man. You know what I mean? If this is the price for the guy that you want, and it is what it is. And like I mentioned the other day, at the end of the day, if you feel the value is there to make the trade, by all means, right? Because that's you guys are the managers. Because I've done the same thing. I've done trades that me personally feel is going to help me, even though I'm losing in the trade. But
I mean, we can kind of give an example of one.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody values players differently. Yep. Everybody has a different strategy. Yep. So that's why, especially being the commissioner of the league, and knowing that I have the perception, like Louis brought up, Mario wins every trade he's in. So for me, it's who do I value versus who do they value, and can I get them to see that they're valuing the players that they're getting from me more so than I'm valuing the players that I'm getting from them. As long as they think that the players I'm giving them are more valuable,
Yep.
then to me, I'm gonna get what I want. He gets what he wants.
I mean, it comes
You know
down to
what I mean?
sales 101, though. I mean, you're a salesman.
And again, in our league, it's hard because our league's called the best of the best for a reason. And I would challenge any other fantasy football. This is not a topic that we talked about that we were going to discuss. But in terms of fantasy football knowledge and like experience, guys that play and have been doing it, like it's called the best of the best for a reason. Like we got dudes who are really competent in fantasy football. You know what I mean? They win. We got a lot of guys who will win any other league they're in and can't win in our league because it's so competitive.
I feel like that's a shot at me.
I'm sorry, Louis. How many have you won?
In our league, 0. But overall, I mean, I've won 5 titles
Yeah.
in the leagues I've been in. So
Yeah.
I know what it's like to hold the imaginary Lombardi, but I don't know what it's like to hold it in the best of the
I
best.
should have brought the belt. You know, shout out Jesse for our league championship belt. I should have had that here today. But
Was it all eyes on me, Jesse?
yes.
Oh,
All
nice.
on Jesse.
Shout out.
So shout out Jesse.
One of the
for
best
that.
of the best players.
So going back to the trade, in my opinion, and again, you know, no shots at nobody, but I've won this league a couple times. I've been to the championship 4 times. So in our league, I have a pretty good grasp of who's who, how they trade, what they like, what they don't like, right? So, and everybody's gonna have to figure out for themselves where the value's at. So I know Tito's team. This is, you know, we didn't specify, but this was a trade between me and Tito. Me and Tito talked about it. I said, "What do you think, Rashee Rice?" He was like, "Oh yeah, Rashee Rice. Like this dude's gonna kill it." And I'm like, "Right? He's gonna kill it." He would have had 3 touchdowns on Sunday, right? If one got called back.
Put up close to 19 points.
Yeah.
In
So
the PPR league.
in a PPR league, he would have had more.
Yeah.
In a standard league, I think he had 16. You know what I mean? So he could have had 20 plus. You know, so my opinion of Rashee Rice right now, based on what I see in Kansas City's offense, is that dude's just gonna get fed touches, right? And even in a standard league, he's gonna kill it, especially at the goal line. Their offense looks like it's back. It's going, right? They're getting to the goal line a lot. So I'm like, okay, Rashee Rice has a lot of value. My team's hurting for RBs right now.
Big time.
I drafted
That's what I have.
terrible running backs, right? So I'm like, all right, I got to flip this guy and get 2 decent running backs, right? Value. Now, in my opinion, one of them was going to have to be really good. The other one, not so good, right? But I want 2 starters. No sense in trading for a backup running back, right? So I'm like, all right, where am I going to get that from? I got to find a team
Or an owner.
that is deep at running back. He's got running backs on his bench that he's not utilizing.
Just sitting there.
They're just sitting there doing nothing,
Jones is
right?
right there.
I'm going to put a guy in his lineup that's going to give him points, maybe even enough for 2 players on Sunday. And I'm going to get 2 players from him that aren't as valuable to him because they're not doing anything for him. And I'm going to throw a running back at him just for shits and giggles in case, you know, Bijan goes down. Algiers a decent RB2.
Actually, I think he scored a touchdown this week.
Yeah,
Today,
he did.
Today he did. In garbage time.
I want it on the record. He outscored Aaron Jones this week.
Yes, he did.
So,
Once again, I feel like at the end of the day, I was called. And they were asking me what I thought about the trade. Right, Cully?
So me and Tito talked through this trade, and he's like, you know what? I really like that. I like Rashee Rice. I like Tyler Algier. I'm not using Aaron Jones. Don't have a lot of faith in him.
Hey, can you hear his mic good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not talking.
Yeah.
He's just not.
locked in right
He's locked into the game again.
So
Right now, my
I talk, you know, me and Tito talk it out, and he's like, hey, I like that. I like Rashee Rice. I get Algier instead of Aaron Jones. It's not too much of a difference, right? And, you know, obviously I like it because I got what I was looking for, right? We both like the trade. We both feel like it benefits our team. I'm the commissioner. We do not vote on trades in our league.
Because one would never go through.
because one would never go through. Everybody's so competitive, we just don't want to let each other win. So I've been bestowed upon the responsibility of holding everybody accountable, me myself as the commissioner, to make sure that trades, are legitimate and no one's taking advantage of the other one. They can probably be a little lopsided, but if two owners agree to that, as long as it's not egregious and appalling, I'm like, hey, if that's what you think is best for your team, by all means, go ahead, right? But when I'm included in the trade, I told Tito, let's get some approval of someone else, third party, because I want to make sure, I want to be transparent, that I'm not getting over on nobody or doing anything, right? I just have to do that. So, and I've done it every year. And so I tell Tito, let's call Louis. Louis at one point was actually our co-commissioner. Me and Louis actually started this league together.
And I quit.
And then he quit and he left it all to me. So I was like, let's call our former co-commissioner and just make sure that he approves. As we call, Tito says, yeah, I'll call him. As Tito's calling Louis, right? He's calling Louis as soon as I already know. They're on the phone. He's talking to Louis, and
He's still
I'm on hold.
That's not my fault.
So I'm already like, I already know what's going on here. He's getting his opinion before I can even speak my piece, right? Now, I know what's going to happen. Louis, who, quote unquote, we're best friends, right? On the record. We're best friends. Louis' immediate bias is what? When Mario gets in a trade,
No,
he wins.
that's true.
That's his
But
bias.
the initial thing was,
So-
why 2 RB1s for a wide receiver one? When I said at the time, Kyron Williams' value is not, if not as good, is greater than Rashee Rice in a standard league. So let me break down real quick. I've been saying this is my third time saying standard. The difference between standard and PPR is PPR, a wide receiver catches the ball, you get a point, right? A receiver, a running back catches the ball, you get a point. For anything for catches, you get a point. And a standard, it's just you get a catch, it doesn't matter. You get 10 yards, you get 1 point. You get 20 yards, you get 2 points. For every 10 yards, it's 1 point. So a PPR for someone like a Jamar Chase, a Justin Jefferson, a CD Lamb, a receiver that's going to get the ball, a lot of catches. 10 catches is going to be 10 points. So that's why PPR, the trades are a little different.
Yes.
So in your sense with Rashee Rice coming in, if we were a PPR league, however, I would have been like, okay, I can see why you're going to say because of Patrick Mahomes is going to feed Rashee Rice.
Yeah.
And ultimately, he's going to feed him, But we're in a standard league. Rashee Rice can have 15 catches and 70 yards. And guess what? He has 7 points.
Yeah,
Right?
for sure.
Kyron Williams could go 15 for 75, and they have the same amount of points. If it was PPR, though, Rashee Rice is through the roof.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I was like, okay, all I said at the time, without you having you come in, was, hey, why 2 RB1s for a wide receiver one? That's all I said. And my argument was, if the wide receiver one was a legit top 5 wide receiver one, which I'm not saying Rashee Rice can't be at the end of the year, but potential to what it is now is different. And then, like I said, knowing your store prices, knowing your tariff prices, I was like, okay, why, Tito? That's all I asked was why. And then I, as a good friend, we said we're best friends, right? We've been good friends for a long time. I want to make sure I'm not biased towards any one of you. Let's bring in Gali just to make sure that, hey, I'm not just saying F Mario in the trade or Tito, right? Whoever the case may be. Gali, what do you think? This guy you're a salesman, okay? You're a salesman. By the way, okay, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say, we've been buddies for a long time.
A long time.
Okay, but here's the thing. At the end of the day, it's just fantasy football.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna win. I want to win. Okay, I love these guys to death. I know I got them. They got me all day. But this is fantasy football.
Yeah.
I want to win. At the end of the day, I'm competitive and I want to
For
win.
sure.
So you know what I mean? It's just the competitiveness that we're like.
And I wish they would have caught. That's why I said that was the whole point of me pushing. That was the whole point of me pushing for this podcast today. Was if they would have caught that phone call live. I was having dinner, bro.
funny, dude.
I didn't even have dinner with my family because I'm walking up and down,
Pacing.
and I'm like trying to explain, and then Alyssa's like, "You guys know that there's fake team. You guys are arguing about a fake team, and they're not real." And then everything that Gotti said, I was like, "No, but it's competitive."
Yep.
At the end of the day, we're all like the best of the best. What I can say is the league's been together for 11 years. Most of the guys in the league, 9 out of the 11, have been in it for the 11. You know, with the exception of 2 guys that kind of transpired through friends, right? But in that sense, like I said, it makes it fun because at the end of the day, like we come from more of like poker.
Yep.
You know, poker to me is more competitive. You know, from sports, we play sports together, so it keeps that competitive nature with one another. Fantasy football, and then they make jokes all over, like on TikTok and Instagram with the wives and the husbands. Trey Kennedy does a funny skit, and I send it to you guys. You know, the little, but fantasy football can be a little extreme for what it is. But at the end of the day, for us men, it's something that, like you said, we can get together on a Sunday. We worked all week or whatever the case may be with your family, whatever you got going on, and it's something that you can kind of have that little conversation about a trade or not a trade, right? Our league, everyone's gonna, like you said, we're all gonna be gunning for each other. No one's gonna do. And I will bring up a trade that happened in the league. And I told Mario, and I said it that day on the call. I go, if that was you doing that trade, everyone comes for your head. But because it's Gali and Jesse, who are very quiet people, Gali traded CeeDee Lamb. Okay, I gave one of the top 3 receivers in the league. He's one of the top 3 in my opinion, especially in fantasy football, for a guy named Travis Etienne Jr., who's at the time was looking like a legit RB1.
Even the following week gave me 18 points. I was like,
And then he just fell off.
Yes.
And then now Lamb is back. So Jesse, it looks so lopsided. You know, it's like the Luka Doncic trade, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And so if that would have been Mario, Mario's right. We would have came for his head. You know, it would have been not pretty. You know, people threatening to not come back probably to the league or something. But
Yeah, it would have been, you know, the commissioners at it again.
and so I do give. That's why I wanted to make sure I was being fair as far as my assessment in the thing. And I wanted to talk about it because as we're chiming in with people and people viewing in, I'm pretty sure they could relate if they play in fantasy football leagues because we play in another league. You know, I won't say his name, Boozy. His trades are awful.
His name,
His league's
I didn't say his name because technically, if you're a friend of ours, you know him. But
his league is terrible. Like just the stuff that goes on with the draft.
Mario, you're one of them that took advantage of a terrible trade.
I did.
So let me explain.
I did.
And that's why I want to talk about. I want to talk about Mario and his trades. Jackson Smith and Jigba, who's one of the guys that's going to be a wide receiver 1 next year. That's going to be talked about the guy that you feed, and Rasheed Rice, the guy you're talking about that could be a top 5 for Chuba Hubbard. I don't want to say his name right.
Yeah.
You know, but.
While
It's-
having Rico Dotto on.
It's just not. To me, when I looked at the trade, I was like, "What is this?
Yeah.
You know?
And it got voted on.
What are we doing?"
it got voted on?
And then I'm the only one that said no. Everyone looked at me like I was a hater. I had to call people. I had to call different people. Like, hey, what do you think of this
How
trade?
many
You know what,
votes?
though? But
How
here's-
many votes do you need?
Well, we have 12 guys, so you need 7.
Majority. You need majority.
Yeah, majority
Okay.
wins.
But the reason
Everyone said yes
the reason that one
because everyone's followers are not leaders.
no.
That's crazy.
But Brandon won the league last year. The guy that I traded with.
And
won
I
the league.
honestly,
and no one wants him to win the league again.
Oh, so that's why they said yes.
So
Well, okay, that's it. It goes back to us competitively. Nobody wants them to win.
yeah,
Not
they're
even
like, I
especially
don't want him to
repeat.
go back to back.
and I can tell you right now, no one ever wants me to win. So because it's
Oh, I'm sorry, that's the impression, the way you draft and the way you manage. That's a different conversation.
which is I'm 5-2,
This
and I have
year-
a strong.
this
I had a
year.
strong team last year and the year before.
And where'd you go?
I didn't win,
Exactly. That's my point.
but I'm there. I'm getting contract extensions, but we're not. I can't finish.
You should have seen him on draft day.
Well, and then
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I did not literally. Okay, this year.
How many running backs in a row?
Well, I mean, we're a standard league.
Yeah.
What did we just talk about? Like,
5.
no, I went 4.
He went four running backs back.
I went
back
4,
to
and that's
back.
why whoever, if they're seeing this, I would bring Tony Rojas on. I mean, he's a big time RB guy.
Yeah.
You know, and Tony's won the league. 1 year it was kind of gifted to him because we had the waiver wire kind of messed up.
That was our first year.
But other than that, he's proved himself. He won 2 more after that. I mean, he's pretty active on the waiver, and he picks pretty good. I got to give him props.
Yeah,
You know,
no, he's
he is really knowledgeable. Same thing like George and Lupe, and like the guys that we have in our league are pretty knowledgeable. when I went onto draft night, dude, I literally I was gonna go off of the knowledge I've had of football, and then when I started seeing people like R.J. Harvey, right, going back of knowing Sean Payton, his offense, the way they like to run the ball, right. When I'm reading real fast, like who are the up and coming rookies. So when I look at it now, like I think I reached for Harvey in the third, and everyone looking at me like, "What are you doing?" It's like,
Which, because I'm sorry, he was supposed to go off though. Back to your point, he was
was-
supposed to go off.
and-
Dobbins was just gonna eventually get pushed to the side.
Yes.
Harvey was gonna take over and on a running team.
Yeah.
Like either way, if Louis doesn't draft him in the third, I get him in the third.
but you're a Broncos fan.
That's what I got.
But I'm saying like it wouldn't be as big of a reach because it's like you're a
Yeah.
Broncos fan and you're Tito.
But I was initially gonna take.
So it'd have been like Tito's gonna take his guys, you know? If like me, you saw everyone looking at me. James was over there. He had the joke of the night when I'm over there trying to like go through the because I'm gonna be honest. How do you win your fantasy football leagues? You win them in the rounds of the draft.
Yep.
The guys you pick up that are gonna tear off and waiver wires. But I'm saying if you look at Tyler Warren, I took him in the 13th round. He's the tight end
I'm
one,
surprised he fell that far back.
and because everyone thought, oh, he's a rookie. Daniel Jones was the quarterback. There's a lot of
I
stuff
think
that.
Daniel Jones hurt a lot of people.
A lot of
'Cause
people.
They really thought he wasn't gonna do nothing. Right.
Well, I mean, who took Jonathan Taylor in our league this year? So I mean, okay, that right there.
Yeah.
You took him fast. You took him in the second round, no?
First round.
See, so like, I couldn't even. In other leagues I've been in, he was going in the second, third round. See how
remember,
different our
back to-
league is.
But back to what you said though, it's the standard league. I needed a workhorse.
Yeah.
Or a potential. I hope it was a workhorse.
And he turned out to be. He is
He is
the
the
worker. He is the Saquon of this year.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, hands down. He's pretty much carrying my team to be honest.
Oh yeah.
But now let's kind of we're talking about that. Let's get into draft strategy. So I have it right here, draft strategy. Like let's kind of you have our we could talk about like our draft strategy. So let's go off of Tito's first pick, and then we'll kind of ask where were you thinking in that pick.
Tito had the 12th pick, so he
Okay,
got
and then we do a snake.
Yeah.
So he
So I
had
got
back to
the
back
12th,
picks.
13th.
so he gets back-to-back picks. So
And who'd he go?
started off with Bucky Irving, who's hurt right now.
It was a great pick though at the time.
That's a good pick, and Kyron Williams, number 2 pick. So he goes running back. Then it flips around. He goes Aaron Jones with his 3rd pick, who was hurt for a lot of the season so far, and then Tyreek Hill, who's also
Gone.
gone.
For the season.
Bye bye.
And then he goes Javonte Williams
Who ended up being a gem.
in the 5th round.
In the 5th round. Yeah.
5th round, and then Romo Dunze.
And Romo Dunze is a savage.
Yes.
I mean,
6th round.
Hey, technically you drafted really good.
Yeah.
You drafted really good, Tito.
So
And
looking
guess what?
back
Guess
in
what grade
hindsight-
was that though? It was a D minus.
Because you
fantasy's going, but Yahoo's going off your history, Tito.
I'm not gonna lie. I was getting scoped too.
But Bucky was a good pick. I took Bucky in Boozy's league.
well,
So,
it hasn't been good yet.
Yeah.
well, because he's hurt.
Yeah.
But I mean,
But you
when he's
don't know.
on the field, he's killing it.
yeah. So
Kyron, I mean,
Yeah.
I still think he's gonna do good.
on the flip
I thought
side,
so too, but
Louis picked first, and so he took Bijan Robinson,
Who's
the first pick.
probably the best player right now in fantasy.
Yeah, great pick. Then he goes James Cook with
Who's
the number 2,
tearing it up this year,
really well.
and everyone
Didn't
laughed at
see
me.
Well, yeah, because we did not see that coming.
And then snakes back RJ Harvey.
That's the one that was questionable for me now that I think about it. But at the time, I'm thinking Sean Payton, run heavy offense. You know, Bo Nix is in his second year.
second year.
So I'm thinking he's gonna have, that my mindset's really different at the time. But go ahead, and then
Then he gets worse and goes Tony Pollard, Tennessee Titans.
because you had to stay RB. I mean, I figured he was the only guy at the time.
No, I know, but he wasn't gonna do anything.
I mean, but dude, based off of our league, who everyone was taking all their running backs.
When-
That was the best
when-
available.
When Jalen Warren was still available, Travis Etienne was still available. Who else was still available?
That was a bad pick.
Javonte Williams was still available. So
Okay, you want to talk about mine? Let's wait till we do your draft, okay?
so so he goes Pollard and McLaurin, who hasn't played.
Scary Terry.
Yeah, that's a good pick, but he hasn't played it.
He hasn't been great.
And then he goes, so he went 4 running backs, and then McLaurin starts his 4 receivers. So he goes McLaurin, Sutton, DJ Moore, and Devonta Smith. So, I mean,
I went 4-4,
yeah, 4 running backs, 4 receivers. And
and then Dak fell to me,
yeah,
and then I took Drake May,
yeah.
who are both top 5 quarterbacks
Actually
right now in
got
fantasy.
Brian Robinson before that.
That honestly, you know why I took Brian Robinson though? I thought
McCaffrey.
McCaffrey's gonna be hurt, and then he was gonna be a bell cow.
But look at last year.
He's killing.
He was
it.
gonna come back and
Then you
yada
go
yada and
Prescott and May back to back.
And then you guys laughed at that.
That's wild.
Well, because I okay,
what's at the time? Yeah, at the time that was
but
wild.
Prescott, look at.
Did you expect?
I don't
did
want
Prescott? No, the truth. Did you
You should not
expect?
get credit for that.
Yeah. Did you expect? No, hold on. No, I agree. Did you really truly expect Dak to go off like he's going off?
Yes,
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
I did. That's why I told you guys. I go, dude.
But
He
to take the
well, if
quarterback-
Tony was there on draft night, Dak's not there.
If you
Let's be
had-
honest.
if
Look, he's
you-
a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
If you had faith in Dak, why would you go Drake May back to back?
Because I'm gonna be honest, I had a feeling at the time when I was looking at the board, the way the board was set up, I thought Drake May was gonna perform the way he's performing this year. So I honestly took Dak, thinking I might have messed up on my receivers, and I'm gonna have to use him for trade bait. That's why I did that.
Okay.
You know, because I'm thinking like I'm gonna need to get a good receiver later. Because I thought Scary Terry was a good one.
Yeah.
I'm lying. Sorry. Scary Terry and Sutton. I was very questionable at the time with Pollard and Harvey, but I took best available, at least in my eyes at the time.
Yep.
I knew I had two RB1s workhorses. I thought Sutton was going to do what he's doing this year.
Yeah, he's doing good.
And I thought Scary Terry, I was questionable because he was on a contract year. He just got paid. Most guys that get paid don't show up.
Well, because the dispute he was holding out.
And he didn't do camp. So I was thinking, like, okay, I'm going to get one of either or. Scary Terry or Scary Terry, you know? And I took Dak because thinking, I thought they're going to have a good offense, horrible defense, which has kind of been what it's been. And I'm thinking, have I not brought it in the group message? Dak on the block.
Yep.
Let me know but no one's, like I said, it's like with you, Mario. I have not great credit when it comes to trading. Everyone's going to know I'm going to probably try to be getting more of the deal, you know?
Yeah.
But let's go to Galis, dude. You only did 6 picks of Tito, and you did already my whole team. That's crazy.
Well, to be fair, you on draft night, like you were in shambles. You had
I did no
clue
studying,
what
though.
you were
I did
doing.
no studying.
Like, and that.
And I got to give a shout out to Lou. Lou had me take Warren. He said, Dad, take Tyler Warren.
Wow.
And I was like, who's Tyler Warren? Because I know he was a rookie, and he came from Notre Dame, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But I didn't know too much about him. Like, I think everybody in our group overlooked him because of who his quarterback was.
I think
Because
so too.
it was Anthony Richardson who just lost his job to Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
And Daniel Jones was what he was with the Giants. So.
That's too bad.
So let's go Galis.
Kali takes JT first pick, great pick, right?
JT, oh yeah, Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah,
Then he goes CeeDee Lamb,
which is amazing.
pick.
Yeah,
right?
and he traded him.
He's picking 11th, by the way, so he got the quick,
To all
the
eyes.
quick turnaround.
Yep.
Right. Then it goes and comes back, and he goes Jaden Daniels with the number 3 pick, and then
But Jaden Daniels is supposed to have a big year.
yeah, for sure.
He's been hurt.
I
though.
was not a big. I believe in the sophomore slump. So Jaden Daniels, I was like, I'm not a big fan of that one. But you
It's
know,
'cause-
he's good when he plays.
But my thing is because on our standard league it goes back to what? For me, if you can get points from a QB,
Yeah.
you're good. You're good. Believe me.
Standard leagues, at least the way ours is set up, QB's a must
QB's a big.
because it's gonna get you the 20 plus
Yep.
every week.
Yep.
So
You're not gonna have a JT or a Bijan
Yep.
usually doing what he's doing.
Yep.
And like I said, went back to us being a standard compared to PPR. The other day, freaking Jamar Chase had 15 catches, and in a PPR, that's 15 points. Ours, that's 0 points.
yeah.
You know, so but he also had the 162 plus the touchdown, so that's big numbers.
So then after Jaden Daniels, he goes DeAndre Swift.
Back to what you were talking about. So I picked up Swift in a few different leagues for the same reason.
I hate Swift
I
because
thought-
he did last year. He screwed me last
I
year.
agree, but I grabbed it because the new coaching staff, the way he was coming in, I thought he was going to be a bell cow. He was just using for everything. That's
He's actually
why I
been
picked
pretty
him.
good though.
Yeah, he hasn't been. He's been picking it up. See,
He's done great for a 4th round pick. That's
but see, that's why I think I made the trade though. It goes back to why I made the trade for Lamb for ETN because at the time Swift wasn't doing nothing, and I was worried back to I need points.
Well,
I like my bench on my receivers. That's why for me, Lamb was expandable for my team.
but I mean, you don't think you could have got a better RB for Lamb?
Well, because at the time, again, back to at the time,
ETN was playing good,
yeah, I'm sorry. Even when the first week I
and
had him,
Jaguars are having a good offense, and they're
remember,
yeah.
even on the first week I had him, he gave me 18 points.
yeah. And
So-
at the time, it was
And then remember, Lamb was
Slightly-
hurt.
Yeah.
Lamb got hurt.
Yeah.
I thought, believe it or not, I thought Jesse was gonna be like, you know what? Nah, never mind. I avoid the trade
Right.
because he was hurt and we didn't know to what extent.
I would have offered you Pollard and Harvey quick for Lamb.
And I wouldn't have took that.
I know.
I don't even won.
So he goes.
I probably would even did
Swift.
Cook.
Then he goes Garrett Wilson in the 5th round. That's a good pick.
Yeah, but I mean,
Calvin Ridley.
it is what it is because Garrett Wilson has had no quarterback.
Right.
But he still gets
But
his
he's always
points.
been good.
He gets
No,
his
Garrett
points.
Wilson's good, bro.
Even
I'm not
with
gonna
no
sit here and say
quarterback,
Garrett
He
Wilson's
gets
good.
his points. Garrett Wilson, Calvin Ridley, and then McMillan.
And Ridley had a good okay, and then he fell off.
Yeah.
You know,
McMillan from the Panthers.
yeah.
He's a rookie. TJ Hawkinson.
Hawkinson's been horrible. I have him in
Dude.
Boozy's league. That
He's
guy's
been terrible. Ramondre Stevenson. He's been decent.
nah.
He's been.
He fumbles
The
too
past,
much.
that's what killed him initially. But the past few weeks, he's been giving me some points.
So now let's go to the worst draft.
Yeah, please. Let's and do 9 like you did mine.
No, yeah, I got you. So
Your whole team.
yeah, I drafted terribly. I went Ashton Genty first pick.
But that actually wasn't bad.
Wasn't bad. Obviously, I drafted with my heart.
My cousin Mark would have took him.
You know,
Oh, in a heartbeat.
If he was there.
I could have went Josh Jacobs. I could have went Etienne.
Yeah, but that's not who you could have. Let's talk about your team you picked.
So
The actual-
I went Ashton Genty, right? And then we said quarterback kills it in our league, right? So I went Lamar Jackson. Josh Allen was taken right before me. J Money took Josh Allen.
Shout out to J Money.
So I knew the next one. I knew the next quarterback off the board was going to be Lamar Jackson. If I don't, he's not coming back to me.
Yeah, Boozy's taking him for sure.
Right? So I'm like, all right, I have to grab my quarterback right now, right? So I'm going to get my points while they're there. I grabbed Lamar Jackson in the 2nd round, right? Hasn't panned out because, well, he was good when he was playing, but he's been gone for a while. Comes back around. I go Neighbors London. Not
And
bad.
Neighbors got hurt, so he would have had a
He
good
was
year.
killing it.
Yeah, but he was doing good.
Neighbors London, those aren't bad.
And London's good, dude, still.
Yeah.
Like,
So as of there, my top 4 picks, I'm not in terrible shape.
Nope.
just the next
Man, you just
12.
Hey, the rest of the way.
Then I go 4 running backs in a row. And if you look at where I'm drafting these running backs, there's really nobody better that you're going to expect to be better and actually pan out. The guys that I could have took. So I took Joe Mixon, who hasn't played. Probably
He's
won't
not
play.
going to play.
I took Rashad White, who's actually panning out right now.
Yeah, because Bucky's hurt. Yeah.
He's hurt right now.
I took Jerome Ford, terrible pick, and Tyler Algier, who's actually getting some points while playing with Bijan Robinson.
Can I defend your Ford pick real quick?
Yeah,
You know why it's not that bad of a pick? Because
because Judkins hadn't.
yeah, he was
wasn't
having
signed
problems with he was having problems. So we didn't even know what
Yeah,
was
we
going to
weren't
happen.
sure what was going to happen with
So
Judkins.
Ford technically.
So I was like, all
I'm not saying
right,
it was
let
a
me grab him.
completely bad pick, but
And
yeah.
again, I grabbed 4 running backs. I already have Genty, so I'm like, I only need
One to
of
pan
those
out.
guys to pan out out of 4. Tell me why all 4 have been awful. I mean, why?
I could have told you on draft night.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm sure.
Good question.
Yeah.
But what was your perception of Williams, Javonte Williams? Because he was still on the board when you picked up Mixon.
So the guys that I should have got,
But everyone thought
No,
Blue
but
was going to be the guy.
What was your perception of
I
him
didn't
back-
like Javonte Williams because everybody thought
Blue.
Blue was gonna be the guy.
I'm not going to lie. I did too.
Blue was the guy that was getting all the hype. He was getting talked about, and
And Javonte was coming off of from the Denver years, always being hurt.
Yep.
Never.
Tony Pollard should have
Living-
been a workhorse there, and they never let him really be that.
Nope.
You know what I mean? They were always bringing like Zeke back or something to try to like committee it, and I was like, well, Dallas just doesn't look like a team that's gonna let one guy run run the stable.
Javonte is the J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah,
J.K. Dobbins this year.
Yeah.
Javonte.
So the guys I should have got in hindsight, Javonte Williams, one of them, J.K. Dobbins, Judkins, and Scatterbo.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't
Well,
even
here's
know
the thing, though.
I
I'm
didn't
sorry.
know who Judkins was.
What
bro.
happened today, though? But look what happened today, though.
What?
Scatterboo.
Scatterbo.
It looks like he's done.
Well, yeah. No, dude, his
Done.
ankle was,
Both of them are done.
you know.
You know what I mean? So both of them now, technically, so now from this point forward, you'd still be.
So that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
it was a shit show in that moment. Like you have all these jumbled running backs. You have no idea what to make of them.
Well, I mean,
I picked the wrong ones.
and then the thing is, too, like, I think people don't understand, and I'll bring up the next topic, is like waiver wires. You know, like waiver wire is
And that's what
Huge.
I want to point out.
Actually, can I touch on it again? Look at I'm looking at the same thing you're looking at. But if you look at after Williams, who's out there?
Yeah,
that's
there's
killing
nobody.
it. Even Stevenson's doing okay for me, but beyond that,
Yeah, beyond that, there's
no more
nothing.
back.
there's nothing. There's
Nothing.
really nothing from the initial backs.
So it wasn't terrible. It's just panned out terribly.
From the fifth round, after the fifth round, the running backs were just
but yet he's still 5-2.
Yeah. 5-2. I've been very fortunate
Because he manages very well.
that I've.
I should be 7-0 because I don't manage well. I'm
Yeah.
5-2
Yeah.
though.
So it just
Imagine Your
goes to
draft
show.
picks with his management.
It just goes to show.
I'd have a couple titles
you
now.
know, skill versus real. But okay, look at after that. I grabbed Rashee Rice with my ninth pick. You know what I mean? Ninth pick, and then
I just think a lot of people weren't gonna go on Rashid because he was out 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's like, are you gonna? You know, you started off 5-0,
5-1.
so it's like,
in those 6 weeks.
but most people are not willing to take. Look, I mean, once again, I'm not trying to pick on him. I'm sorry, Boozy. 0-7 start. He's not gonna get in, and he has a good team.
Yeah.
He actually has a good
I think he
team.
has a good team.
You know,
which is the odd part.
I mean, I told him the other day, hey, Pickens needs to come to a winner.
Yeah.
Bring him home. Let's do the trade.
Has he got a win yet?
He's gonna
killing
win
it.
this week.
Yeah, he's killing it this week.
And I mean, shout out to Ferocious Scoregasms. He's gonna lose because he hasn't been ferocious this year.
I took Godwin in the 13th round.
Once again, hurt and people, you know.
We'll see if he pans out. Well, I haven't seen it yet.
And that's the funny part that I want to touch on the trade with you. Is remember we both talked about it. You touched on having Godwin, and then that's when I talked about being a great salesman. Is that you always gonna have to make sure that you're gonna hold enough meat on your sales, so you're smart because it's and then once again we're just talking here, right? I think way different than a lot of people. I think that's how people would come my way when they ask me, "What do you think?" I think sometimes I not overthink, but I always listen to the person trying to sell me something. So you were overselling Rice, you know, and that's why I even said it. Remember, you started laughing. I go, "Then keep him.
yeah, why you
Why are you trying to get rid of you know,
Because I'm trying
gold?"
Because I'm trying to get the 2 RBs.
So once again, and then that's when I explained to Tito, if we're in a league that we're RB heavy, that why are you gonna get rid of your depth now? And that was just once again, and I had to come out and I said it. I go, every manager's different.
Yeah.
I manage different than you. You manage different than you, and then you. We all manage different.
I don't value my bench. I don't. You're gonna if you suffer injuries, you're not winning. You're not winning. You're not surviving major injuries on your roster and winning a championship.
Yeah.
I that's my idea of it. So you can't be holding out on depth in your lineup to me. Holding out on depth on the fear of injury.
Yeah.
If you lose a guy, good luck. If you lose a guy like a Tyreek Hill or a Neighbors or you know what I mean, like, and we're talking about whole season.
Yeah. Scatterboo now.
You know, if you lose a guy for the whole season, that's a big hole. The guy on your bench is not filling that hole. There's no guy on anybody's bench right now that is filling those shoes. It's not happening.
Well, I
Actually,
I disagree.
I actually have other leagues, but the reason that I'm saying is because they're 10-man leagues.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
I'm pretty. Well, I was showing
Well,
you
that's
my.
different. I mean, you got gold on the waiver wire every
Yeah.
week.
But
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm
In
stacked in some
our
of my
league-
leagues.
In our league,
Yeah.
12 man,
12 man,
Yep.
very competitive.
super competitive.
Nobody has that kind of talent on their bench. You're not replacing a CD Lamb with a viable wide receiver one. You're not going to get those points back.
I mean,
You're not doing that. You're not fit. Can you get some of it back?
Mike Evans is out for the year now,
Okay. So
right?
if you have,
So
if you
Tez
have-
Johnson pick up.
You're going to tell me he's going to fill those shoes?
No, I'm just saying you don't know because Baker throws the ball up and down the field.
But let's be realistic. You're not filling 16, 17 points a game, wide receiver one or a RB1, Derrick Henry. If you lose a Derrick Henry, I'm sorry, Montgomery is not doing what Derrick Henry was doing.
David
He's a
Montgomery?
He's a solid running back, but he's not filling those shoes.
David Montgomery's not going to do it this year with the way Gibbs is playing.
I'm
No.
just- Either way.
But last year, Montgomery put teams into the playoffs.
Yes.
And he's not on your bench. he's in your lineup. That's
No, yeah.
That's my point. My point is I don't value my bench because there's nobody on your bench who's gonna fill the role of the guy playing. See, I'm putting you guys on game right now. I don't even know if you guys are catching it.
I mean, I'm 5-2, Mario.
Well, for now.
You know, and I'm gonna. Oh, you're right. I'm gonna be 6-2 because I smashed you this week, didn't I?
Yeah.
So, okay.
But my team's all hurt. So.
But I'm just saying. I get what you're saying.
So, in my perspective, I don't value my bench guys. I value guys who are gonna play, guys who are playing on Sunday. So when I look at Aaron Jones, who's on his bench, you see value. I don't see value for him.
I see value because look, I think differently than you. JJ McCarthy is not in right now, so their offense is not what it can be.
Nope.
Exactly.
Okay,
It's a mess.
Mason is in because Jones was hurt.
Yes.
So I think, and then once again, this is where you're slick. You think like me, bro. JJ McCarthy coming back week 9. You're gonna have Aaron Jones is gonna be different in the run game when they open up the pass.
See,
So
and I didn't
right,
even think of that.
well, that's what I'm saying. I think 3 steps ahead. You know,
that-
JJ McCarthy, once he comes back, that offense is going to be so different. And guess what? Aaron Jones Sr. is going to be value. Tito could turn around and trade for another wide receiver 1 if he wants.
See, on the
But that's the way
flip side-
I think. I'm just saying. That's
on
what
the
I was
flip
thinking at the
side,
time.
He's never playing him. He's
But
not playing
but
him.
my argument to you at the time was, and that's why I brought Gali in,
So
was
you're
Rasheed
looking
Weiss was not worth 2 RB1s. That's what
looking
I.
at potential value.
I'm just that's okay. When you guys bring a trade my way, even if it's you, obviously we think alike, so you're not gonna, and we think a little different. So you're gonna come at me. What do you think? And then you're still gonna go off of your decision, right? He might be the same way. He might be 60-40. He's gonna go off his decision.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna ask me, and I could sway his whole decision.
Yeah.
But we've been best friends since 4th grade.
Right.
So when he asks me, I'm gonna be genuine, and I want to make sure that I'm not biased. That's why I brought him in. Like, hey, do I sound like I'm favoring Tito or am I favoring Mario? Because what I looked at it at the time when he brought me a Aaron Jones Sr., I thought, okay, McCarthy's not in the lineup right now. He's way better than Carson Wentz, right? You're gonna open up with Addison's been hurt. He's gonna come back. You're gonna have Justin Jefferson, Addison, Hawkinson's finally gonna start getting some love. Now you got Mason, who's a 3rd down back. He's a goal line back. Jones is a workhorse, and he catches the ball out of the backfield. So I'm thinking like the offense is going to be way different in week 9, which is going to make you even stronger when it comes to playoff time. That's what I was thinking when I was going through the process in the trade. And I told Tito, now back to our conversation about CeeDee Lamb and these other big wide receiver 1s. I'm not saying Rice can't be that, but potential is something that could be good and bad, bro. Yeah. I had potential to be a good baseball player. Look where I'm at now. I'm 37 and we're having a fantasy football podcast. So potential, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But he has never been that. So a CeeDee Lamb and even then that looks kind of like Kyren Williams and Jones for CeeDee Lamb, probably not going to do it, right? Yeah. That's why when I said, and you go, stop, I go, Nakua is a borderline guy that I might do it for. Borderline. I didn't say I would do it. But there's different wide receivers and I'm saying Rice is just not there yet. I would need to see not 1, not 2, not 3, maybe 3 consistent weeks that, okay, damn, dude.
You don't remember the way he finished the season last year?
Honestly, I really don't. I'm being honest. I should because I'm a Raider fan, but
he killed it.
But you get what I'm saying? That's my thought process at the time. That's what I was thinking. Like McCarthy coming back, offense is gonna open up.
Let's see what Tito thought about
Yeah,
that.
go ahead.
What was your thought process when me and you were talking before we brought in anyone else? What was your thought process? Why did you accept the trade?
No, I didn't.
It's already
accept
done
it.
deal.
Yeah. Let's clarify.
It wasn't a done deal. So my
I
initial.
wish-
See?
So it was or was
wasn't a
it?
done
He
deal.
said, "Let's do it."
I go. You know what?
Is "let's do it" word? Is
Yeah,
that verbiage
yeah,
for?
Yeah.
It is verbiage. It is
Okay.
verbiage. Yeah.
So
He was like, "Let's
But
do
he's
it."
saying he
I
didn't
go,
say
"All right."
that.
He said, "Let's do it." I said, "All right, let's call Louis."
I go,
so
let's-
that we
Hold on,
can-
let's hear him out.
But
Let's
go
hear him
ahead.
out.
okay,
Right.
so
Commish, stand down, Roger.
initially when Mario offered Rasheed Rice, I said straight up for Kyren Williams. And he goes, hold on, let me look at your team. So Mario being slick like he is,
Yeah.
he said, well, how about I give you Algier on top for Aaron Jones? I go, let me think about it. I go, hold on, let's call Lou. Because I know I wanted to get some.
Mind you, and I was a bystander here, a spectator that was just at the house chilling, by the way.
So you didn't
About
say
to have
you
dinner.
liked it.
About to have
About to
dinner.
have dinner.
No,
You
Kyren
didn't say you
Williams
liked
for
it.
Rasheed Rice, I like that.
Yeah.
But then when you threw in the second back, and it's like, nah, let me think about that one. Now I started to think. So
Slick.
then
You're
I called
slick.
Louis because I know if anybody's gonna tell me, hey, this is a good
Don't do
trade,
it.
If anybody's gonna tell you don't help Mario,
I go,
it's Louis.
So I called Louis, and he gave his input, and then they go, let's call Kali. Okay, Kali sounds good.
Well, I only said let's call Gali because I said Mario's gonna come at me. Louis, man, all right. And I go, I want to be fair, and I could have brought in Boozy. I could have brought in other people in the league, but I go, Gali's gonna be the most mutual guy that's gonna say yes or no to a fair trade. And then the funny part is Mario trying to be Mario goes. He's trying to sell Gali of why Rice is, remember? And then Gali goes, no, Kyron Williams has more value. And then Mario just doesn't say nothing no more.
Because at some point you just realize we value people differently.
Yes, we do.
That's why
And to me, the Rams offense.
But Kali did make
Yeah.
sense when he said
that good.
it just depends what they do for you on your team.
Exactly.
So
And then
looking back
I
at
def-
my
yeah.
team, I need a receiver like Rice. So then I could give one back or two back starting running backs. Guys, I'll still be okay. I just won't have anybody on my bench.
And then like this week, he said, I wish I would have done the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's different, right?
Right.
Once again, I already broke down on the podcast. I think everyone knows where I sit. But if he decides that Tenacious T is going to be a better team, then do the deal.
Yeah.
I'm not going to knock it.
And I felt like I was giving, okay, I'm not going to make a trade where I don't feel like I'm winning, right? But even winning could be 51-49.
Yeah.
Even winning can be 55-45. I felt like that's where it was at. Yeah, I might be winning, but not by a lot.
No.
And it benefits his team, right?
Yep.
Now, he might have felt the same exact way. He might have said, hey, you know what? This is a 48-52 for me, but I think it benefits my team. I think I'm better in the long run. I'm losing value, but my team is getting better.
That's my mindset.
Yeah.
When I do trades,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know.
my
Hey,
mindset.
we know. You got rid of CD Lamb.
Yeah. Which I still have no problem with.
No, I know.
I still have no problem.
But I wanted to be fair to them because I even said it in a mid conversation with you in it. Remember? I was like, to be fair, if that would have been you getting CD and giving away ATN,
yeah.
we would have hammered you.
I would have got hung.
I would have been out of the league that day. You know? And it's like, but who the difference of the trading partners are, right?
Yep.
Now I can tell you a little bit going forward, but I know Kali, bro.
See, the only reason we called you was because he said, I'm okay with that. It wasn't about who's getting more value. He was okay with that.
And all I said at the
And I was
time
like, all right,
was I just said, why Jones Jr. and why Jones Sr. in the trade. That's all I said. Why 2 RB1s for a wide receiver 1 Tito? That's all I said. If he would have said, because it's going to make my team stronger, I need a receiver, he does this, cool, do the trade.
Yeah.
You know, but it wasn't. When I asked that why to him, it's like, beep, something clicked. And it's like, oh. And then he's like, well, I said the same thing. I go, why not Kyron for Rice straight up? It's a fair trade.
Yeah.
I think, back to value, I think Kyron in a standard is more valuable than Rice. We agreed. We're just different managers.
I don't think that always stands in the sense that, like,
But once again, if Rice can go off the next 2 weeks, it can change my perspective
Exactly. Like
before the trade deadline. And then,
like a Justin Jefferson is still going to have more value than a Javonte Williams, even in a standard league.
oh no, for sure.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So in some cases, the position goes out the window. It's who scores more points.
Yeah.
And in my mind, which I'm a running back guy, I like a lot of running backs. I usually go running back heavy. But at the end of the day, who's going to score more points on Sunday? You know what I mean? And regardless of position, I felt like I was giving him more points on Sunday consistently than I was getting in return.
And you made that clear, and that's why I kind of made. And at the time, it was just like when you go, well, in my store, and that's when I was like, well, then there's the truth. You know?
you got to add the tariffs to it. You know?
Yeah, you have to add that fact that your tax is really high compared to other stores.
But you know what it was
Goes
too,
down.
though.
When it happens in the government, you know.
We definitely learned
Everybody feels
economics
it. You know
from
what I
you,
mean?
and yeah, you taught us. You know.
But you know what it was too, though? It's because Rice only had he just came
1
back.
week.
Had 1 week.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if it was more weeks,
Yeah, dude. Then
nobody's even. There's
no one's
discussion.
questioning you.
There's no discussion.
But I don't think you're also trading him if he's giving you 7 weeks like
I
that.
have to. I'm not surviving.
But you're gonna want more. You're not gonna want just Jones Senior.
But again, if he comes back,
Back to what you
to-
explained
back to
earlier.
your point,
Yeah.
if it works out, that's a great trade for me. It's still a great trade for him because he's getting what he wants, and then it works out for me in the long run. Look at today, though. Algier scored more points than
Bijan,
Aaron Jones,
yeah.
right? And look,
Yeah, even Bijan.
Bijan did bad today.
Yeah,
Yeah, but let's
2.8.
just say-
He gave
let's
2.8
just
points.
say, right?
Algier was 7.4. I was looking at that real quick.
Bijan
let's
did
just
that to
say
me.
the difference, the reason why, let's just say the trade didn't happen because he prefers to have Aaron Jones on his bench than Tyler Algier.
That's true.
That's why the trade didn't happen. Because
Or-
he prefers Aaron Jones on his bench. He's not playing Aaron Jones.
He put him in his flex this week.
Yeah, because of the buys. You got 6 teams on buy.
There's
But in
nobody
a
able
in a
to
regular
attack.
week, he's not playing Aaron Jones. He has 3 really good running backs.
That
So
can
the
play with
reason
Jones.
he did not agree to the trade was because he prefers Aaron Jones on his bench over Algier. On his bench. Neither one of them are ever playing. I did not think that would be something to stop him from making the trade because he's getting a legit wide receiver 1.
I mean,
At the end
it
of
could
the
always
day,
be
I
it
felt
could always
like-
be talked about different.
Yeah.
Like we said, you could always
So
spin,
for me, I was like, I can actually get 2 RBs out of this because it doesn't hurt.
and that's the beauty of being a good salesman, bro. Like at the end of the day, if this percentage is 16%, you're charging the guy 16%, right? But you twist it in a way where they feel like, speaking of sales, right? If I sell somebody something at a certain rate,
Yeah.
what do people normally look at in sales? They look at the price.
Yeah.
What am I paying a month? They're not looking that I'm paying it for 84 months.
No.
They just look at I'm paying
Paying
what I wanted to pay
Yeah.
for this amount of time, but I'm not looking at the back end that the guy's making X amount of percentage.
Right.
In this sense, you're not wrong. I mean, the way you made that argument right now is right. He prefers Jones Sr. to Algier.
On his bench.
I mean, but I explained, if me and you were doing a deal,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure like I'm getting the best value in my right. And this is the difference in sales that people don't understand is you're always gonna have people that are gonna come and tell you, no, you didn't make a good deal for that, or that's not a good trade. But it comes back down to if Gali or Louis or Mario or Tito feels that made their team better, then they don't. Who cares what that person or that person says? Because your strategies, like I said, you guys, I don't know if you guys would have thought the way I thought about, oh, well, McCarthy's coming back. It's going to open up the offense, this, that. Jones is a catching back. There's a lot of stuff that's going through my head of why I feel that the value is way more. I don't know if you guys, or he even thought that,
My thought process wasn't exactly that. My thought process was Aaron Jones is a better pass catcher than Jordan Mason is. And so now that he's back healthy and they're usually trailing in games, he's going to be a quarterback's best friend.
for sure.
So if he's not scoring touchdowns by running the ball, he's going to get touches in the back.
receiving, yeah.
That was my idea with trying to get him. I was like, okay, if I'm looking for a decent second back, he's going to help in that area. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that was my reasoning for why I was going to attack him. I really didn't think about McCarthy coming back.
That was the first thing that hit my mind. I was like, fuck, Mario's slick because McCarthy coming back changes the whole aspect of the Vikings
I
offense.
wish I could I don't think he's that good.
I think he's good, bro. I think when he's healthy,
I think he has to prove it. I haven't seen that out.
Yeah, he says.
week 1, I mean, he was two-tailed, two halves, right? He had a bad first half and an amazing second half, and then he got hurt. So you can't really say.
See, and I wouldn't have thought what you thought because I don't see him the way you see him.
And remember, but I drafted him.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
drafted him in a league and then in Boozies,
Yeah.
and then I ended up dropping him because I was like, why am I mean, I'm so stuck on coding Brian Robinson Jr. dude at this point. I'm gonna go down with him because I already took him over certain people that I should have drafted otherwise because of the history of the injury history of
Like
Um,
George with
McCaffrey.
Kyle
McCaffrey.
Pitts.
What happened?
You're like George with Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, you just don't. We're
Every year, bro.
I'm stuck.
Every year, Kyle
Stuck
Pitts.
with Robinson Jr. But I'm to the point right now where I need to roster someone more important right now. So it's gonna have to come into where, especially when it gets to when we're talking about waiver wires, like it gets bigger now that we're going into week 8 or 9 because we're 5-2. So
That we're
we're gonna go
week
into week
8.
9
We're 9.
next week. Like, bro, if you're a 3-4 team that's gonna go 3-5, or you're 4-3 going to 4-4, like now it's go time where those
You don't care about your bench.
you gotta
Your bench is-
win.
That's it. You're done with that.
And so like, okay, for example, like now let's break down your record. You were 3-4, right?
3 and 4.
You're about to be 3-5. The Rice trade may happen. It might be breaking. We might have to drop it. to everybody like, hey, it happened because
He still has a good team though. He just hurt. He has a good team. Though.
yeah, I
He
mean,
just
like I said,
buy and hurt.
everyone, and this is where I think when we can talk about maybe on the next one because we could have a little time. We talked about like trying to do a keeper league.
Yes.
I don't even know about that, so you'd have to break that down to not only me but the audience that probably doesn't know anything about a keeper. But a keeper would make you draft even different, right?
I'm sorry, even trades even now. I'm in a keeper league, and it is badass. It really is because you can trade. I'm sorry, I can trade say JT if I was in last place and I can't keep him, right? I'll elaborate a little more on that for next year because I can't keep him because he's a first rounder two times in a row. I can trade him for a first round next year. It'll help that guy now. Yeah, I lose him now, but I don't care. I ain't going anywhere. So I build that value for next year. So next year I'll have 2 first rounds, right? 2 first round picks straight off the bat.
That's a whole different league.
Yeah, that's a whole different. No, but I'm saying
It's a
no.
whole
That's
different
what I'm saying.
thought process.
I think you have to
But-
break. Yeah, you have to break that down.
It's just a way different. Like you
Yeah,
just
I mean, it
trades
sounds
are a lot
fun,
different.
but it's a lot more complex.
You're in a
It's-
keeper league.
Yeah, he's in the same one.
It's the same one.
In the same one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
It's a
It
lot.
sounds
there's a lot-
interesting.
It is very
No, it
interesting.
does.
A lot of work for the commission. To be honest,
Yeah.
you got to remember all the trades. You got to make sure you're
All the
trading
draft picks.
picks. Who's you keeping from last year? Who you
Yes.
drop? Like everything. There's just a lot of variables in it.
You guys
But
would
it
have
is a lot of fun, you guys, and especially I
You
think
guys
it'll be
would
more
sponsor my
fun.
buy-in if I had to do all that.
I think it's even more fun because we're standard league.
Yeah.
That is the key.
It's a standard
league.
keeper.
No, I'm sorry. Our
saying-
league is standard.
Our league would
That's
be
why it'd
more
be even
fun
more
because it's
intriguing
standard.
as much as it is now.
Because all the other ones are PPR.
Yep.
Because it's
Yeah.
a new concept.
Yeah.
So they're all being applied to
Standard is like
Standards the
is old
dinosaur.
school.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
old school, but yeah,
that's
you gotta
why-
grind those points out though.
Yeah, that's
Literally,
why I
gotta
love
grind
it.
those points out.
I love it because it's old school. Like it, this is probably the only league, the only standard league everybody has.
Yeah, for me, yeah.
You know?
All of our PPR.
Yeah, you're right. Well, joining Boozies is standard, but
Okay.
I thought it was PPR. That's why I wanted to
I
join
think
it.
it's half point.
Is it?
Half PPR.
It might be half.
No, I don't think it's half. I think it's standard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was in standards before. Every other league has been a stand. I mean, I'm sorry, PPR before.
PPR, yeah.
And PPR, like I said, you're just so
99%.
different in the way you're.
Also, like right now, okay, Olave, good example. Is Olave killing it in our league?
No.
He's killing it in my other league because it's PPR. So I'm always getting points just because he's catching.
Yeah, he's not doing good in
No,
ours.
but I'm getting just because of the point, the
Catches.
receptions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
yeah.
I guess.
a guy like Trey Tucker,
Mm-hmm.
who doesn't do a lot, but he gets consistent catches, 5 catches a game.
What's your 5 points?
He's gold.
Seriously.
PPR. He's a great flex option. PPR.
Yep.
Yeah,
And in
get you
our
9,
league-
10 points.
In our league, he's on the bench.
Yeah. he's like a,
Or you start him one week because Gino does great, and then the next week he just, you know,
Yeah.
goose egg.
Oh, he's on his bench, as a matter of fact.
damn, Tito, you have everybody on your bench.
That match is bad right now.
But you know what I'm saying? That's gonna happen. I think that's gonna be the key in our league right now. Watching certain players,
Oh, nice catch.
their team going from like a 3. Okay, you going 3 and 5, dude. You're gonna
That's
now you're gonna have to make those
You have to
decisions
Decisions.
Yeah.
because it's like, okay, if you go 3 and 6, you're probably not gonna make the playoffs.
See, I'm 5-2, so I don't have to be done.
Now you're good. You got lucky. You went 5-0 to start the league, and then now you're.
Lost 2 in a row?
4-1.
Oh, okay.
I was, yeah,
Oh,
I-
4-1.
You went 4 your first 5.
Yeah.
I thought you started 5-0.
No,
Okay.
no, I was 4-1.
He won 4 in a row though. He was 4-0.
Yeah, it was 4-0, and then I lost one.
And now he's lost 3 out of the last 4.
Yeah, 3 out of
About to
the
lose
last
4 out of the
My
last
team's
5.
hurt. Lamar Jackson's been out. Godwin's out. Genty this week's on bye.
I gifted the first 2 weeks. I mean, I started.
Not the first week. First week you played me.
I didn't play. I played Dak, and remember he didn't do that great. He had 12 points. May went off.
Yeah,
it was
but I'm sorry, but you didn't draft. You didn't draft May to start over Dak. You
no.
drafted-
I mean, once
Okay,
again,
come on.
look at every week.
Come on, no. Yeah, I get that now.
No,
But
you look at from back. Look
but
at my
no,
lineups
that's
all
what
the
I'm
way
saying.
through.
That's what I'm
I
saying
know,
though.
but week 1.
Yeah,
you were
there's
not
no way you were
starting
gonna put May over Dak.
Dak.
No, and look at it in Boozies. Who do I start? May's my QB1.
Now, Yes,
Yeah,
now.
No, but week 1, I was really contemplating because I had May's my QB1 in our other league.
Yeah,
like
see,
that's my
the other
guy.
league, but in this
so
league,
in
it
this
wasn't.
league, no, I was really contemplating going May. Like,
Yeah, but I'm sorry. No, my point is though, you didn't draft May over Prescott. You drafted Prescott over May.
I drafted Prescott honestly as trade bait. I thought Tony was gonna come for him right away.
No.
Remember, I told you I
Why
thought
didn't you draft May and then Prescott?
Yeah.
I mean, at the time I was going value. You know, if May was gonna still be there, I felt like May wouldn't have been there the next 2 rounds. So I went back to back. I thought someone like, I don't know. You never know what George is gonna do. You never
Yeah.
know what Lupe can do. Like these everyone drafts so different in our league.
Yeah.
The minute someone goes for a QB or a RB or a tight end
there you go.
or a defense,
Yeah.
the next guy is sneaking back to get the next one. And so everyone just kind of, bro, I remember when Dalton Kincaid was there, remember?
Yeah.
When I ended up taking Tyler Warren, I was going to take Dalton Kincaid. But who went and snugged him? Positive vibes. And then he's like, I thought you were going to get Dalton Kincaid. And I was like, I was.
He loves Kincaid.
You know? And at the time, I was thinking Josh is going to go off to
yeah.
this guy this year.
Which is,
you know, because
Kincaid hasn't been doing bad.
and let's be honest, the Bills at the time, the receivers, okay, they're gonna go heavy on Coleman. They went and got Palmer,
Shakir. Oh no, not game related.
Shakir,
Yeah.
right? But I thought, okay, Dalton's time. It's Dalton Kincaid this year. He's gonna be a safety blanket. And then when Lupe took him, bro, I was forced to take Warren. That Louis kept saying, "Go Warren, go Warren, go Warren," and I was just like, "Who's Warren?" Now I have Daniel Jones as a quarterback. And it's working out now, but.
Well, that's who I have in our league.
But and then week 2, let's say week 1, I probably let's say I start Dak to your thing. I probably wouldn't start in May, right? I'm not gonna sit here and argue. Okay, 0-1. But the next week I gifted. I benched Cook, and he went off. And then after that, he just started going off. I was like, okay, Cook's a valuable. And then what I thought in my mind is like, I'm not gonna draft. That's why I was so contemplating on just playing Harvey. I was like, you don't draft a 2nd or 3rd round pick to just bench him,
No,
you know?
should not draft him. Yeah.
But that's why I don't know. But anything else you guys want to talk about before we head off for at least the podcast part of it?
No, I think
I just know JT's killing it for me right now. Dang.
I'm just so glad that I took the Broncos and not. I almost took Dallas, bro.
Yeah, you should have.
Well, I was. He was like, take Dallas. I was like, I don't know.
And I get it. Look what the Giants did to that defense.
Is that something?
Oh, it's Mims.
offensive
Offensive
pass.
pass.
Oh, it is Sutton.
Hold on. Oh yeah, they called,
They called offensive.
but that was Sutton. That
The
hurts.
flag? Is a flag or no?
Yeah,
It looked like
You
it.
sure?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is.
And then I saw the ref point. Like, yeah,
Yeah. He pushed off. You can see it.
that sucks.
It looks like I'm gonna get the highest score this week.
For real?
In our
Yeah.
league.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. JT just ran 80 yards right now
Oh.
earlier with the touchdown.
Yeah.
I just,
Are we still live?
yeah.
Have you been monitoring? Huh?
Jesse's on there.
Oh.
Let me hop on there so we could answer do some Q&A.
How many people are even watching?
Ah, Jesse.
Just.
Just call us better.
What do you think, Jesse?
I told him we're gonna have to get a fifth mic for him. He said he's good.
They say, "What's up with that jersey?" I thought you were a Raider fan. Bone dog.
Ah,
You gotta show love to the town.
Yeah, always.
Jesse said this needs to be a keepers league.
Telling
He's
you.
been saying that.
Telling you.
Tight.
And even on our keeper league, we don't have a kicker.
That's yeah.
I'm not saying we have to completely convert to that, but I'm just saying in that league,
there's no kicker.
we have no kicker. We have an extra wide
Unless you have the
extra wide receiver.
Unless you
spot.
have the Dallas kicker, then he's gonna get you.
He's gonna get you running back points.
Bro, a little from Jaguars. Can remember he hit the 70-yarder in preseason.
And
I had him, and he's blanked me the last 2 weeks. Well, this week they're on a bye, but he didn't do that good. And I picked up Boswell from Pittsburgh.
Nice from Pittsburgh.
Yeah. What do you guys think about Sunday night's game? Who you guys got? You got Rodgers returning to
Oh, that's gonna be a good game.
to Green Bay.
I'm sorry. I thought Green
I-
Bay's defense would be a lot better, to be honest.
Yeah.
I really did.
I think I got Rodgers and Steelers upsetting tonight.
Me too.
Yeah.
I mean I do. Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't been picking.
The game the game, like, remember your wife made fun of me the other day because like this year it's kind of crazy, bro. Like, obviously when I used to gamble sports,
Yep.
it's so harder to gamble sports because you have to hit the spreads.
Yep.
You know, but to pick a game, win or
Hold
lose.
on, just so everybody knows, what are we talking about? We're talking about pick'ems, right? We have where we
Yeah,
pick 'ems.
football picks,
Yes.
NFL picks, or so. But pick'ems is different compared to actually gambling.
Yes.
So when you gamble, like I think people think of gambling, like what is it? FanDuel,
Depends, right? Because
prize picks, draft, whatever, right? I'm talking about a bookie.
yeah,
Like a legit, you go, you know, you put it
they didn't
in.
call my bookie.
And so we used to play a lot of poker. You meet a lot of different people. And by the way, if you have a gambling problem, 1-800 gambler. It's not a joke, but it's a crazy.
not.
If
It's-
you
it
or
is
someone
being
you
serious.
love
It
has
is
a
being
gambling
serious.
problem,
I know.
It's a
I know we
very-
chuckled about it. I promise. I know we
Yeah.
chuckled about it, but at the end of the day, honestly, it is not a joke to be.
Dude, I'm telling you, there'd be some days, bro, like, because of sports betting, you could be, bro, I mean, on a Monday night, I could be in debt 2-3 grand because you're putting all this on different parlays to hit. You know, a parlay could be 2 or more. So if you're saying, hey, and I'll just give an example tonight. Rodgers is going to throw for over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he's going to run for at least 10 yards, right? And that will get you $2,400 if you bet $250 or $200, right?
Hell yeah.
But then you put in, okay, but now the score is going to be 27-24. I'm going to go Steelers with the over, right? So now you got all these different
All these variables.
variables to the actual game. So you're watching the game, bro, and the gambler is stressed out on every type of move because now Rodgers could have the 11 yards and then get sacked for a 2-yard loss when he was scrambling. Now he's 9. Now you're not going to hit that 10. So it's like there's so many, like I said, pick'ems is so easy because it's just Steelers or Packers.
That's it.
Who's going to win? But I'm so used to doing the homework of everything else that it's been easier to pick the games this year for me.
Yep.
Because then your wife was like, how do you pick, you know?
Well, yeah, because I'm sorry. The reason is I'm gonna elaborate a little bit. So
Yeah,
my
yeah.
wife has won the league, the overall first
She
place.
picks
couple
really
times.
well, actually.
Yeah.
And I actually thought she didn't pick. I thought it was you.
Hell no.
But yeah, and you won't pick as good as her. She picks good.
Yeah. hey, hold on.
No, not saying you pick bad.
No, hold on. Who won last week?
Not saying you picked
No, hold on.
bad.
Who won last week?
You won last week. But she picks
Just
good.
Saying, just saying. No,
she's consistently
she's
there.
consistent.
Yeah.
I want to hit the week.
Yeah.
I don't care about winning.
That's why I tripped out. Like, because remember, we used to do Crazy 8.
Yep.
And she would
She would
always
always
get
win.
close. Yeah. Or win.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why she was throwing that jab. Like, hey, she even told me, hey, are you talking to Newegg? Yeah. She was ask him who's
Yeah,
picking for him.
But it's been different this year because, like I said, like today, my dilemma was, and that's why I told you before we got on the cast, is like, is Dak going to take off and have a great fantasy day? Okay, then why am I going to start Denver's defense?
Yep.
So it's like, I truly believed that Denver was going to play better, but I thought it was going to be more of a shootout.
No, and I get it because look what the Giants did to this defense.
Yeah, so it was kind of hard. And then I asked him, I asked other people, who do you think? Who do you got? And then I just kind of go off. I was like, you know what? I already had Denver in my mind. I was like, Denver. I'm just going to go with it. They're at home. It's hard, though, because I'm a Raider fan.
Yeah, you don't
I
have to
truly
win.
believe out of all of our years of the Raiders, bro, this is the one year I could actually sit here and say on Sundays I'm not confident with our team. Like, I just – and I don't think it's our players. It's a system.
just this year.
I mean, other years I would go with every week. I thought we had a chance. This week, this year I'm actually like, dude. Last week I knew we were gonna get blown out by the Chiefs.
Felt this way for
I almost.
No, I didn't expect that.
4
I thought we were gonna.
I did not expect that
had
what
a
I seen
feeling
last
we
week.
were gonna get blown out.
I really did not. I expect. Not I'm gonna say it was gonna be competitive, but it was gonna be closer than that.
myself, like I've been telling Louis for as long as possible. The NFL is a quarterback's league.
And it's rigged.
It's a quarterback's league. You cannot win. I don't care if you're the Colts. You're not winning the whole thing with Daniel Jones at quarterback.
Come on, Mario. Don't say that.
You're not. You're not
Dilfer
doing
did it. Dilfer did
You're not
it.
doing it.
Matt, hold on, wait.
But you're
Okay.
talking about
No. Okay, no.
to the
okay,
rule.
okay. How about Manning? How about when Manning won it with the Broncos? Remember, he was barely getting it out there.
No.
Broncos fan. Come on.
But
Am I wrong?
listen to me.
Am I wrong?
Listen to me though. I'm
You know what I
talking
mean?
about- I'm
No,
talking
and
about
I
as
get
a
it. I'm not saying
franchise.
yes.
We're talking long
Over.
term.
Yeah, you're talking longevity.
Over longevity.
I'm just saying that
You're not
it cannot
winning
not happen.
consistently.
How do you know that though?
Because
Daniel Jones probably just had a bad time in New York. New York's
I'm sorry, he's
is
been
not.
killing it.
He's
He's been
Okay,
killing it.
But what I'm saying is, if he continues to do this, yes, he's put himself in that sense. But he's not that guy yet. He's not. He doesn't know what it takes to win in an AFC championship game against Mahomes or a Josh Allen. He has to take his licks. He's never even been in that position before.
no offense to Josh Allen. I know I'm wearing the jersey. I mean, I can't even say Josh Allen knows how to win.
Josh
in the big games.
And I'm sorry, he's
He's-
carried,
he's
but he's
big
carried,
game.
he's
bro.
carried his whole team though, man. And a
He's
couple
one of-
years
look
where
at-
he just
look at Lamar Jackson.
Ah,
Lamar Jackson, look at the team without him.
yeah.
We don't give Lamar enough credit.
No, Lamar's good, bro.
Look how bad they are without Lamar. We didn't even know they were the.
I didn't even
Oh.
give him credit to win today. I was amazed Baltimore won today.
Yeah.
Really did. 'Cause
That was another
they-
game that I didn't. I wanted to switch it, and I didn't know that in our pick'ems, 5 minutes prior to the game time,
You can't switch.
You can't switch.
No, yeah.
And so
I wanted to go Chicago.
So,
I know. I switched it today this morning. I should have stayed with
So
Baltimore.
my idea with that is, if you don't have a legit quarterback, do what you need to do to get one.
Yep.
Don't bring stopgap guys.
Yeah. No, I get what you're
You
saying.
know what I mean?
No, I get what you're
I
saying.
don't like that. it makes no sense at all.
Is that
It
what you
doesn't
think,
matter
Geno
if you
Smith?
keep missing. Yes. Geno Smith. Who do we get after Derek Carr?
Jimmy.
Jimmy. Why?
But because we
They're
got
not
Jimmy though,
winning the
because
Super Bowl with
okay,
Jimmy Garoppolo.
to be fair, Josh McDaniels
He's
ran
not winning
New
the Super Bowl.
England. Josh McDaniels had the New England offense, and Jimmy ran it.
And you're not gonna win a Super Bowl.
I mean, I'm not saying I was a fan of it, but I'm just saying that's what McDaniels was thinking at the
so
time.
in my mind, if we don't have a franchise quarterback, there's no hope.
We had a trade in place when we had McDaniels to get C.J. Stroud. The Raiders could, and C.J. Stroud, he wanted to go to Vegas,
Yeah.
but I mean, obviously Houston ended up taking him, and the rest is history. You know, Broncos went out and got when Peyton was theoretical to get a Bo Nix when the Raiders were the 13th pick, and we ended up taking Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
But we took the best available. Like we didn't
Yeah,
need we didn't need a tight end. We just had drafted Michael Mayer the year before.
The year before. Yep.
And he was good.
And he was good. And so I think that at the time Peyton thought I'm going to get this guy right now because I don't think the Raiders would have still drafted Bo Nix at the time. But you never know because Broncos took him. But I agree with Mario. I think what quarterback is there? Either you go and trade for a guy, but they went and traded for Geno.
When Lamar Jackson was available as a free agent, you throw the kitchen sink at that.
Yep. Which is not normal. You don't see that.
The
You
quarterbacks
see-
don't go to free agency.
No. Hell no.
Good
way.
quarterbacks don't go to free agency.
What do you think, Tito?
If you're the Raiders, that's your one chance. Give them 5 first-round picks. Do everything, whatever you got to do. You go get Lamar Jackson. That's a generational talent. Every team who says we think we want to win, you go get that guy. And everybody's like, "Well, we're not there yet. We're not there." You're not gonna get there without him. We're not a quarterback away. Well, you're a lot of things away, but a quarterback masks that better than.
Well, look what
anything
Atlanta
else.
did when they got Penix with the 8th pick. And they had just paid monster money to Cousins.
Yeah.
That was like, what are you guys doing? But
See,
I don't know. Well, then they got the new coach, Raheem Morris. Maybe Raheem Morris, that wasn't his guy. Cousins wasn't his guy. He said, let me get my guy.
Yeah. And there's a lot that plays into the business side of it. But at the end of the day, someone on your roster needs to be considered the franchise guy.
Yep.
Every team should.
Well, I mean, to be fair, dude, the
Yeah.
Raiders thought Geno was going to be the guy, bro.
He can't be your franchise guy. He's 30 years old?
I mean, they brought him in because, okay, you bring in a
not
Pete
your
Carroll.
franchise guy.
You bring in a Pete Carroll who's a winner. You don't bring in this coach you're not going to bring in this coach to do
The rebuild.
rebuild, bro. You're going to bring this coach in to try to win with a Max Crosby. You bring in a Devin White.
Bring
got
in-
Bowers.
You got, you don't
You
get
draft Jen-
you don't
yes.
get rid of Jacoby Myers because he wants to trade. No, you're like, hey, we're gonna go win, and then we go out and beat a good team week 1.
We're going to go win.
We beat New England and Drake May in New England, and then we just fall on our face the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, because you don't have a franchise quarterback.
Well, Geno's just plain inconsistent.
Even if you had last year's Geno, you're not winning.
I don't know,
You're winning games.
but you're not gonna win a Super Bowl. You're not gonna.
You're winning games.
You're gonna be 10 and 7, and you're gonna get eliminated in the first round.
And everybody knows in the NFL it's better to be at the bottom.
But
You're not gonna be.
but the Raiders already made that decision when they went and got Pete Carroll. They told you like, hey, we're not gonna rebuild. We're trying to win right now. We're trying to compete. Because Pete Carroll's always been a winner.
Yeah.
He's always won.
Yeah.
He's a winning record overall.
Yep.
So it's like you're gonna get Seattle's version of Pete. He's bringing in Geno. He's bringing in Jamal Adams. He's bringing in his guys.
Yeah. You're bringing-
And so those teams were 9 and 8, 10 and 7.
yeah.
You know,
And that's-
11 and 6 if you were really good.
So if you sign your team up for that, if you sign your franchise up for that, me personally, I'm not on board.
Well,
You want to win.
Well,
You wanna win it all.
well, I mean, let's be honest, bro. We're Raider fans, right? We have Raider fans watching.
Yeah.
Okay. You get a guy like Tom Brady, who's the enemy, you know,
Yeah.
and you come in, you would.
Why is he the enemy?
I mean, well,
I know. I'm just talking.
the
smack.
you know the fumble
I know.
and or the tuck
Talking
roll,
smack.
and it's like, but my question to you now is, okay, this guy's a winner, right? Tom's a winner.
Why is it
So why does Tom sign off on a deal with that? You know, why do you bring in the coach? Like, if you're gonna, what I'm tired of as a Raider fan is like we consistently do this to ourselves,
Yeah.
and then we're just digging the hole deeper. Third round pick for Geno and 75 million at him now. Like, okay, I know we got money. You know, Mark's making money, but it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
You know, what are we doing?
As a fan, you want to win, man.
And I get it. And we're in a competitive division, bro. Like, these guys are coming. The Broncos are coming.
Chargers
Chargers are, you know, they've been inconsistent lately, but Harbaugh's a winner.
Yep.
You know?
Harbaugh's a winner.
And then Andy Reid, I mean,
KC is
they
KC
are
now.
what they are. You know, I mean, I want to, they're a dynasty,
It's
you know?
consistently one of the best.
So
Best.
it's like we're in the hardest division in football. You know, that's the hardest division is the AFC West. And so as a Raider fan, I'm tired of saying like, oh, it is what it is. Or, because I mean, we're going to continue to be fans. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm wearing a Josh Allen jersey right now, but it's like I'm a Raider fan, bro. Like, I'm going to support a local boy from our town. I'm not a Bills fan, you know? But you're a Niner fan, right? You guys, at the end of the day, do you feel like Brock Purdy is your guy? Or do you feel like you're a system? Because Kyle Shanahan at the end of the day is an amazing coach.
We have a beautiful system. We have a beautiful. I'm sorry. Look at Mac Jones. Look at Mac Jones.
But Mac Jones was
Number
drafted in the
one-
first round,
number-
15th pick.
Yeah, he's not a slouch.
People forget.
Yeah. No.
But the system caters to allow players to be successful.
You know what I just seen today? An actual stat. Mac Jones is number one on yards per game right now in the NFL. You know that? 281 going into today.
Damn, that was a hit.
I seen that.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy.
I was like, what?
So I saw an article the other day that you guys are playing so well, even though you lost today to Houston, but you guys are playing so well, you guys shouldn't be playing at the way you're playing because of all the injuries.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's,
I see memes. I see memes of our guys are crutches and all this
Yeah.
stuff because we're just hurt everybody.
bro, I mean, when you lose a Bosa, when you lose a Warner, I mean, that's your two freaking, Warner for sure. That's like your guy on defense. So, I mean, what does everyone always say? What's a little, that, I don't want to call it cliche saying, but defense wins championships.
It does.
You know, and
It does.
you lose a guy like Warner, let's be honest, we're talking about what are you playing for? I mean, do you really believe the Niners have a chance to win the Super Bowl without those guys?
I don't see it.
I'm not saying they won't, because obviously Niner Nation's gonna come at me and be like, what do you mean by, I don't know your team.
I'm
like
a
that.
Niners fan.
You know,
Yeah,
so
we can't prove it today. Prove it today. Look at Stroud in the first half. I don't know. He had like 200 something yards.
Yeah.
Passing. Like, come on. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go to a different sport real quick.
yeah, go ahead.
Look at baseball. Okay. Dodgers fan.
I'm a Giants
Look
fan.
what I know.
Well, I have 3 Dodger fans here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look what happened yesterday.
I didn't watch the game, but I heard.
He pitched a gem, complete game, back to defense wins championship.
Yeah,
He just pitched that game. You know what I mean?
but I mean, I think to me, Snell's your ace for sure. He just didn't have it
He
game
just had
one.
game one.
That's managing.
I think
Managing. That's Dave Roberts leaving him out there to hang himself. You should have took him out after you had the first batter on in that 5th inning. Take him out. You know, you don't load the bases and then.
Either way, that loss is on him, even if it's just one run.
I mean, but you load the bases to bring in. You know, your bullpen's not going to come in and shut it
That's
down.
because honestly, we don't trust our bullpen.
But Sheehan's good, bro.
Yes, he has the stuff. He just
Sheehan's good.
That white boy that came out.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
he's
yeah.
good.
But
he just
imagine trying to perform bases loaded with the game on the line.
Yeah,
That-
in the
that's-
World
that's
Series,
a hell of
he
pressure.
just doesn't have that championship pedigree that all the other Dodgers have.
It's hard to come in with no outs. Think about that.
it goes back to what he seen earlier about Daniel Jones championship game. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, we're gonna see Daniel. What are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once
You
you're in
know?
the playoffs, you're playing these.
Let's see what you're made of.
Yeah.
You know, let's see that. Hey, are you gonna? You know, I'm gonna come back to this podcast.
If I'm Daniel Jones, I'm calling Josh Allen. Like, hey, any tips and advice? You know what I mean?
If I'm Daniel Jones, I'm calling Patrick Mahomes. Someone that's been there and won. No offense to Josh Allen,
Ouch.
he hasn't won yet. So I mean, let's
It's
see
not
this
his
year.
It's not his complete fault though.
But it's not. And I'm not knocking
that's
the
the
guy, bro.
brutal part,
I'm not
though, man.
knocking Josh. Josh is an MVP caliber player. But let's be honest.
Not caliber player. He's the MVP.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying
Yeah,
he
he is
every
a
year he's showing up, like you said, like Lamar.
Yeah.
But the Bills are not that good.
No.
Like their team is not that good, bro. Josh makes them
Yes.
what they are.
You take him out.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
not.
just-
I mean, and I feel for him. But when I say don't call Josh, is like Josh hasn't won nothing for you to say, hey, he's great, talent is there, leader, but you know, once again, that's not necessarily Josh's fault because the way the team's assembled.
Yeah.
You know, Andy Reid, the way KC sets it up, the way Broncos are setting it up. Broncos are all defense, quarterback, run the ball. How do you win in the playoffs? How do you win in the cold?
Just pound the ball.
Run the
Defense.
ball. Good defense.
That's it. That's all you need.
It's boring, but it happens.
Hey,
New
Ravens
England,
did it.
all those years, bro. Tom's your guy, but Tom had these great defenses behind him too.
Yeah.
With the great, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, Bill this, Bill that, because Bill had great OCs. All his OCs ended up got jobs and ended up getting head coaching jobs.
Yes.
Mind you, did they succeed? No, but it's the system that Bill had put in place with the defense and offensive coordinators.
No,
Josh McDaniels is
He's a good offensive coordinator.
Josh McDaniels.
Josh McDaniels.
No, great offensive coordinator.
Great offensive coordinator. He's a terrible head coach.
Yeah, I agree.
When all he has to do is focus on offense, he's great. But when having to try to be the head coach
And then
and call
to
plays,
people out there that are gonna probably say, "Oh, well, you come in at Josh." Same thing for Lamar. What does Lamar want?
yeah.
Lamar's a great. You just said it. You take Lamar off the team, they're probably not gonna perform. Josh is not on the Bills. They're not 6-2, bro.
Oh no.
You know,
No.
but the talent can only take you so far because it's a team sport.
Yeah, you need to have.
The one year I
supporting
will give
cast.
Josh that credit is when I'm not trying to knock anybody, but when Diggs dropped the pass,
Yeah.
that perfect pass, he catches that ball, bro. They're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Now, are they going to beat the Eagles? I don't know, but that's once again, you got to have the other players.
Is that the year KC looked completely overmatched in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think Josh Allen wins it.
And once again, it's a different conversation. We would never know.
that's a good point.
And so I'm trying to say, like, I'm not knocking Josh, bro. Like, the kid has talent. Like, he's great. He's not even a kid. The man has talent. He's an MVP caliber player. MVP, currently the MVP of the league right now.
Yes.
But his defense isn't that great. I know they've had a little bit of injuries, but let's just be okay. When I talked about Dalton Kincaid when we're coming on to get the tight end for the fantasy, you're gonna tell me Shakir. Okay, Shakir's good.
Golly, you just got another touchdown on Taylor, dude. That's insane, bro.
JT's been carrying like.
That's this year's Saquon, bro.
I know.
He's been carrying 6 of my teams
Look at their
out
scoring.
of
bro.
11 leagues.
That's nuts.
You're in 11 leagues.
11 leagues.
That's too much.
I
dude.
can't really.
That's
crazy.
I was actually in 12 or 13 last year.
That's wild.
Dog.
Do you work?
Oh, I work. Hey, you know what's funny though? Honestly, so this year,
You hungry?
well, actually, you were supposed to feed him.
Eat, boy.
You were supposed to feed him. Remember that? You were supposed to feed him. You said,
I said,
I'll
yeah.
see what I come up
I
with.
see what I can do. And then there are actually some hot things right there.
I've actually lost a few games this year because I backed off. I regretted getting in so many leagues this year.
Yeah, 11's a lot.
Because no. Again, that was even last year. It's because I've been trying to focus more and more time
Lupe
with my
too.
family.
It gets crazy.
Yeah,
on,
Yeah, I've been
on
trying to
this side.
focus more on my family. Now I got
Yeah,
my
yeah.
grandkids, so I don't got that time just for fantasy anymore.
It's so crazy to me hearing you say grandkids.
God, you're a tata.
I'm a tata, bro.
Hey, but anybody have anybody have anything else for before we head off? This is part one of
Yeah, I got
I
you.
thought it was good. We talked, got a little passionate.
Good dog, I'm ready to eat. My boy got oh boy.
Hey, weren't you just going to the store?
I was supposed to be back an hour ago.
All right, guys. So like we started every podcast with the Bible verse, we end with the same Bible verse. Today's Bible verse came from the book of Psalms 31:24. So be strong and courageous, all you who put your hope in the Lord. Psalms 31:24. And we want to thank our sponsors, Ferrer Epoxy Coating. Call Mike with Ferrer Epoxy Coatings, 559-917-1020. And Guerrero's Pest Solutions. Call Domingo for all your pest needs, 559-517-1655. And with that being said, our first fantasy football podcast is complete, and we'll talk soon. Thank you, guys.
Good one. Thank you, guys.